You can start that business you want and actually make millions of it. It is not impossible. Everything is possible if you believe in it in the first place. No matter how old you are, it is never late. Hi guys, it's Rose. I know I promised you with the video that's about standards and how to make people respect you, but believe me, it's filmed and it's been edited already. But I just felt like I have to make this video because 2024 just started and I really want to give you some advices, about entrepreneurship and mindset, because this account was made in the beginning about mindset in the first side, and on the other side we have the entrepreneurship side, business journey and skills in making money. Every single year you say, this year is going to be my year, I'm going to change to a whole new person, this year is the year that's going to be my life changer year, my life is going to be flipped over. But every single year you do the same shit, you scroll through the same videos on TikTok, on social media, on Instagram reels, you change nothing. It's just the motivation that you give yourself every single new year. Just keep your discipline for the first week, first month of the year, and then it's you again, it's the usual you again. Well, listen to me, this year is going to be your year if you do the things I tell you right now. Okay guys, the first thing that you have to do is take a paper and a pen and simply write the things that you want to achieve. And please, don't start writing things randomly, left and right, just writing whatever you get on your mind that you want to achieve. No, it's all priorities, okay? Just set 3 things. 3 goals that you want to achieve by the end of 2024, and then set the little things, okay? It's all priorities. Prioritize the most important things that you really want to achieve and you have always wanted to do. Just 3, work on them this year, and then set, like, if you have other things you want to achieve after those 3 things. Now that you set your goals, well done. You have to choose 3 hobbies. 3 hobbies. Each one has its own role. The first one is going to help you keep yourself in a good physical health. It could be sport, it could be going to gym, it could be playing tennis, playing basketball, wherever you want. It could be going to the beach, running. Second hobby helps you get more educated. I talked about this in the last video as well. Education is so important. Education is always the key, even to surround yourself with successful people. It is the key to impress them when you don't have a business, when you're not an entrepreneur yet, because successful people either want successful entrepreneurs or successful people like them. So if you don't have any of that, informations are the key to impress successful people. So really, you have to be well educated. So you have to choose a hobby that's going to make you well educated to impress successful people, and that way you can surround yourself with them. And the third hobby that's going to make you money. This is generally learning a skill, okay? You can learn copywriting, you can learn some skill in computer science, it could be content creation, whatever you're interested in and you have always wanted to try. And this thing should have the ability to make you money. Okay. Now take a paper and a pen again and write a business you always wanted to start. Any business idea. Guys, listen, even the ones who don't have any low idea about what businesses are and how you can start one, we're going to talk this in details in the next videos. As I said that earlier, this account was made for mindset on the first hand and businesses and entrepreneurship life on the other hand. Also, we're going to talk about the business I started at the age of 17 years old, which is basically my age right now. Okay, so we're going to talk about it in details. We're going to explain more how to start a business, how to work on it, how to learn skills, how you can scale a business, the steps you're going to go through so that business works, every single thing. And whoever has a question, everyone can ask, and I will always be here to answer, okay? So as I said, now take a paper and a pen, and you don't have really to write one business idea. You can write many, but always start with the first one that you always wanted to do. Don't write less than 20 business idea. And then look at the first 3. I know this sounds a lot, but believe me, the moment you take your pen and start writing, ideas will start hitting. The first 3 are going to be piece of cake. The next 5 are going to be kind of easy. The next ones, you're going to start like seeing difficulty because you're kind of running of business ideas, but it's okay. Like, you see, the ones you started with are the ones you have always thought about starting. So those are the ones 90% of people stick to and start. And listen, I don't want you to just start writing this in papers, get motivated, and then forget them. The moment you believe that nothing is impossible and you can achieve whatever thing you want, you really start doing things. You really start taking action because you believe. Like, you can never achieve something if you don't believe in it. Apply the 4 principles I mentioned in the last video. I'll just put it in the description box, and believe in what you're doing, because listen, this is why I said 90% achieve the thing they want to achieve if they apply the 4, because that 10% is when you don't believe that you can do something. And Bill Maher has something he always used to say, that you believe in something and you start taking action, but like at some point you just start to realize that you're going to achieve it. Like, you no longer have to believe, because you just know that you're going to achieve that thing. It's self-realization, this is what he calls it. So believe in yourself, and while applying those things, at some point you're going to realize that no matter what happens, you're going to achieve the thing that you want to achieve. So really, watching this video is not enough, and applying the 4 things I mentioned in the last video is not enough as well. You have to believe in yourself, and believe me, at some point you're going to start realizing that you can actually achieve what you want. You can actually retire in your 20s, in your 30s. You can retire your mother, your parents. You can take care of your family, you can take care of your friends, you can be financially free. Because listen, it's all about freedom. Believe me, it's all about freedom in the end. Like, cars are impressive, swimming pools and the houses are beautiful, but it's about financial freedom. Guys, this is the beauty of it. I don't think I've ever been more honest than this moment right now. But like, really, this is the most beautiful part of it. Like, when you want to buy something and realizing that you can actually buy it without waiting for the salary of the next month. This is the reason I'm working my ass off for, literally. So if you want to be that person, if you want to buy things without looking at the price, work without looking at the clock. Okay, now this is from the most important things that you have to do if you truly want to be successful, which is called monk mode. If you want more explanation about that, you can watch the first video I posted on my account. It's about monk mode. It explains how it works, how long it should last, everything you'll need. And if you have any questions, you can text me on Instagram. My accounts are in the description box. Either you want my Instagram or email, whatever you want, okay? Monk mode will help you get more disciplined. It helped me a lot with myself. Listen, guys, as I said earlier, I want to be as honest as possible with you. I was the type of person that's addicted to social media. I was the type of person that scrolls through social media 24/7, especially the summer. The whole summer used to be spent scrolling through TikTok and sending Instagram reels to my friends. Now I'm literally a whole new person, and monk mode has a big role in that. Besides the podcasts I used to watch and the books I've read to develop my mind, to empower my mindset. And this is what you have to do. Monk mode will help you get more discipline. You cannot succeed without applying discipline. Anything is well done with discipline. If you don't apply discipline, maybe you can achieve things, but it takes so much time because you'll keep getting distracted all over again, and this is simply a waste of time. But with discipline, you can get your work done within 4 hours instead of 8 hours, 12 hours. And you'll even get better results because you're not distracted, you're focused on one single thing, and if it's done, it's done. And believe me, every single time you actually don't get distracted and finish the work, you'll say it's worth it, it's worth it. It is always worth it when you apply discipline. It is always worth it when you say, oh my god, I don't want to go to gym, but you go. Like, do you even notice that after going to gym, even if you didn't want to go 2 hours ago, you say like, oh gosh, that was worth it. It is always worth it. Why? Because you apply discipline. Listen, if you don't go to gym, what is the point of staying at home? Like, what are you going to do? Scroll through your phone? Really? You gotta go to gym, you gotta get disciplined, you gotta get the work done, and you gotta learn that skill to start that business you want. I believe that really you can start that business you want and actually make millions of it. It is not impossible. Everything is possible if you believe in it in the first place. Listen, just think about it. The reason God is showing you those visions of luxury cars, of you being a billionaire, of you running a business, of you as an entrepreneur, is because he wants you to be that thing. This is why when you tell these things to your family, to your friends, they go like, it's so unrealistic. Because God is not showing them those visions. He is showing you those visions. Steve Harvey said that once. He was like, stop telling your visions in your dreams to small-minded people, because they are not seeing those things. God is showing you those visions. He is not showing them those visions. This is why when you look at that thing, you see it as a possible thing, but they see it as a unrealistic thing. They see it as an impossible thing, but it's not impossible. It is impossible for them. It is unrealistic for them, not for you. If God showed you those visions, if God guided you to watch this video and actually watch this part of the video and get to this point, it's because He wants you to get there. God always shows you the picture He wants you to be, but He never shows you the plan. He wants you to go through the plan. He never shows you the how. You figure out the how to get there. He doesn't show that. His role is to show you your vision, and your role is to figure out the path to get to that vision. And then He leaves the choice to you. You either want to get there or you stick to the same path you are going through right now, the average normal path. Or you start taking action, you start reprogramming your mind, and you start going through God's path. The successful path, the path that you've always dreamed of as a young kid, the path that has the red card you wanted as a 6-year-old child. No matter how old you are, it is never late. It is never late, no matter how old you are, and no matter how young you are as well. It doesn't matter if you are 11, 12, 13, 14. I think 13 plus is great. God literally started his business at the age of 12 years old. Imagine how young he is. And he never had those limiting beliefs that I'm too young to do this. And he literally started his MMA at the age of 16 years old. He was talking to people who run 7-8 figures businesses and wasn't scared because he's too young to work with them, to partner up with them. And you know why he succeeded? Now he is multimillionaire at the age of 23 just because he believed in himself. He put his head down, got disciplined, and worked his ass off until he get to where God wanted him to be. Let me show you something. This is your path. And this is God's path. You are here right now, okay? This is your path, this is God's path. You are here. In order to move from this path to this path, there's a wall. And in order to break through that wall, is not by breaking it, because it's not going to be easy, but it's by educating yourself and consuming the right informations. You're going to use books as stairs. You're going to use informations as stairs. This is a book, this is another book, book again. And then you start climbing those books until you are actually on the top of the wall. And now you can finally go to God's path. You can't start a business without knowing anything. You can't start a business with the informations of TikTok memes in your mind. You got to educate yourself and then move to the next step. Also, Belmar made a video about this. He called them monkey bars, I guess, or monkey barriers, which means never move to the next step until you have all the needed stuff to move to the next step. He said, when I was making 10k per month, I didn't quit my job until I actually had the ability to maintain that 10k per month and actually scaled it. This is the moment he quit his job. Like, he literally was making 10k per month online from dropshipping, and he didn't quit his job, just to make sure that he doesn't lose the money, just to make sure that he knows well how to manage that money. And the moment he assured that, he quit his job. And that was an advice from a billionaire he talked to, that has an 8-figure business. Now we're going to talk about how to actually educate yourself and where to get the right information. Well, books, the first answer, like really the first priority, because it's the most thing that explains things in details. Then you can watch podcasts, you can watch YouTube videos, you can watch mentors. You either accept it or not. You can never succeed without having a mentor, without having someone that already did that thing and knows the steps. You have always to have a mentor. And if you truly want to understand how the thing you are doing works, you have to have a mentor and a mentee. A mentor is someone you learn from, and a mentee is someone you teach the things you learned from the mentor. That could be a friend, a sibling, whatever you want. Like, it can even be you teaching yourself in the mirror, whatever you want. Or making a video like you are teaching someone else, but those videos are for you, okay? So really, whatever you want, but as preferred, it has to be another person. And by the way, there is something I really want to talk about, which is self-improvement trap. I talked about it already in one of my videos, and I really want to talk about it again. What do I mean by self-improvement trap? I'm talking about the people that keep watching, especially reels and TikTok videos that are about self-improvement, you know, do this if you want to be better, but they never take action. In your mind, you are becoming better, but you are not doing anything but making dopamine hit every single time you scroll another video. You're doing nothing but raising dopamine in your body. You're not improving until you take action. It's only a trap. Like, in your mind, you are consuming good content, but you're never improving unless you are consuming the right information and you are producing it in action. Don't fall for this trap. Stop watching those motivational TikTok videos and Instagram reels that shows you how to develop your mindset, how to empower your personality. It's not anything until you actually apply it in action. So please, don't fall for that trap, because so many teenagers fall for it, and until now they're doing the same things. They think they are becoming better, they are improving their mindset, but they're doing nothing but raising dopamine every single time. I try to explain this thing as much as possible, and listen, it is always your choice. You are the one who decides if you want to be successful by the actions you take. Whatever is going on in your life right now was a choice you took at some point in your life.